Hey guys, I wanted to come on and do a video on why it one of the main reasons that it's difficult for an addict to get and or stay clean. One of the main reasons is because of our belief system. Uh, we have had these beliefs for so long, these deep-seated beliefs for so long that we identify ourselves with them. They become a part of who we are, okay? Our beliefs are a comfort zone to us. A belief is simply the same thought that we have thought over and over and over again until it becomes a belief of ours, which becomes a part of who we are, which makes it very hard to part ways with that belief. Um, the only way that we can change our beliefs is to think different thoughts on purpose. This will take an addict to step out of a victim mentality and to step into a survivor mentality, a thriver mentality, somebody who is taking control of their life and is okay with not knowing the outcome or what's to come next. Because when we hold on to these beliefs that are not true, we at least know what to expect. In addiction, we know what to expect. We expect that we are going to suffer, that the drugs are going to get us high, that but we're okay with all of this because it's the known. The reason it's hard to let go of our beliefs is because of the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. We're going to start living a life that we always told ourselves that we could not live, that we don't belong in, that we don't deserve, things like that, things that people told us we don't deserve, you know. And I'm telling you that the easiest way to change your belief system is when a negative thought pops up, think the exact opposite thought right after. You cannot beat a negative thought. You cannot beat out your thoughts by saying to yourself, I'm not going to think that, I'm not going to think that, I'm not going to think that. It's not going to work. It's only going to reinforce the thought, whether it be negative or positive. Okay? What you can do is decide, choose, make a choice, step into the person you deserve to be, the person God made you to be, and think the opposite thought. In the very beginning, I was afraid that I would not be employable, that nobody would give me a job. And even if they did give me a job, they would eventually see through me and know that I am an unworthy person who doesn't deserve employment or is unemployable, you know? And so the only way that I was able to go to an interview was to ignore that thought, tell myself I do deserve money. But see, here's the thing, change comes when pain is greater than change, right? The pain of not having a dime to my name was greater than wondering if somebody was going to hire me or not. The pain of not having anything was greater than searching for a job that would eventually hire me. I had to believe in myself and know that I am a smart person. I survived everything I have survived for a reason. I am meant to be here and I do have a purpose. And so I started small. I went somewhere where there wouldn't be a lot of pressure, where I was familiar enough that I could do the job, but not under a microscope to where everyone was watching me all the time and all eyes were on me. For me, that was cleaning hotel rooms. I was familiar with it. I had done it in the past, and I knew that I could do that part of the job because it's simple. You just clean, and hey, I was a cleaner. Whether I was using or not, I was cleaning. So I went to a hotel and got the job. And that small little bit of confidence, and then from that, I built on that with telling myself, I will show up every time I'm supposed to be here. I will not be late to this job. I will do everything in my power to do the best I can at this job. See, an addict in recovery is a very valuable person. An addict, period, is very valuable because we're very smart in many different ways. But the point of an addict being in recovery and on the job, we go after that job the same exact way we went after our addiction. And let me tell you, that is something to be reckoned with, okay? If you know, you know. Um, but regardless, that job, long story short about that job, the pay wasn't enough. I got my confidence up, and then I went to another job, and then I went to another job. And eventually, I was in a job position that I never thought I could get, that I thought I would never be qualified to have, and I was making money that was good enough for me to step out of my recovery housing on my own, support myself, not have anything to worry about, cover my bills, enjoy my life, and make a way for myself. But it starts with a thought. It starts with challenging your beliefs. And to be honest with you, most of your beliefs aren't even yours. So we have to start believing that things can change. And doing that starts with a thought.